All right, what's up, my Tascam 2488 Neo Hippies? This is Paige, and I'm here with a new video. This one's gonna be on Maschine Plus versus Maschine MK3. Which one should you buy? Which one should you buy? I'm gonna tell you which one you should buy, but go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. It helps your man out. Thank you so much, and let's get into it. Maschine MK3 is a controller. It is not a sampler drum machine. It is a controller that is connected to some super dope software. If you have a basic computer, sort of like the one that I'm using it with, it will work. There will be some latency, boom, boom, but it will work. The greatest thing is when you're connected to a computer, you have access to everything that you have purchased from Native Instruments. In my case, I have Complete 12 Ultimate Collector's Edition. I have access to everything that Maschine had to offer at that time. I turn on this one and it will go through its phase. I'll look at all the products that I own, licenses to, which is every pack that they had for up to Complete 12. Even to this day, I still have more stuff than I could actually start using when I'm using this, right? Groups, sounds, same situation here, and along with instruments. The thing that I have problem with the most is the latency. I have a basic computer here with all of this functionality in this program. I have latency issues, and that's the main reason why I purchased the Maschine Plus, because this is a all-in-one music studio solution for real. I have a lot of pieces like that, but we're talking about this one today. The Maschine Plus works as soon as I press the button. It does its thing. I think it's about 56 seconds or so. It's gonna load up, and then once it loads up, I'll have access to the unit. Well, once it loads up, I'll have access to what the Maschine Plus had to offer when I got it. I have not yet added all of my expansion packs on this one, because when I turn it on to use it, I'm using it to sample, to create a drum part for songs, also to record some of my guitar stuff in. And I also sing into this via the Verse Lab into this one, because the Verse Lab has a fabulous preamp. So that's kind of how I sing it to this. I love this unit. It's like the Tascam to me. It's just a little bit different way of getting things into it, but it's easier to get things in and out of this than it is with the Verse Lab. But talking about the Maschine Plus again, it works when I turn it on. I have access to the instruments that it came with. And the good thing about it is I don't have any latency with this. As soon as I'm ready, as soon as I touch something, I'm ready to go. You know, if I had a drum up and I had the sound running and everything, I'll go boom, and that's it. Here, it may be boom, boom. And that was the thing that was throwing me off. I don't like to do step sequencing. I like to do field drumming, where you let the sequence go and you kind of boom, boom, boom. I like to create my drums like that live, as opposed to, the step way and or using a mouse to click them in. This is fabulous, but I knew that if I bought this, I would have more of a greater experience with the machine. And that's the reason why I bought this. I have been having a fabulous time with the Maschine Plus. If someone asks me which one they should buy, I wouldn't even ask about your computer. I would just go ahead and say, get the Maschine Plus. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Now, someone would say to me, but P, it's $1,400, dude. And I would say to them, yeah. And in the mid 90s, the MPC 3000 was about $2,400 or maybe $3,000. You could, the SRX was about that price. And you got far, well, the SRX was probably about $1,000, $1,100, but you had far less functionality for far more money. Here, $1,400, you got, this is a studio. You can record into here. You can really do your whole thing in here. I have not had one freeze, and I've put some work on this thing. I don't use the sounds in here as much as I should because I don't like to sound like everybody. So I'll hook up my MX49 and let this run that, so I'm sequencing the MX49 using this. And like my Chord King and all of my other synthesizers are being sequenced inside of here. I'm turning around and recording the sounds inside into the Maschine Plus. And then I go ahead and, do all of my sequencing and stuff and put my whole song together right inside of here. So I'm not losing out. Everything is working the way it needs to work. And I haven't had one freeze. I haven't had to hard boot it or anything. This thing works very well. Plus, I would say get the Plus because it is a standalone unit. You start working when you turn it on. This is a controller. I do not look at these units the same as everybody because I know that when you buy a sampler, you buy a sampler so that you can put things onto it. You don't buy it for what it came with. To this day, I don't think I've used too many sounds out of the MPC that I own. You know what I mean? I bought it for it to be a sampler. I didn't buy it to use the sounds in it. The sounds in it are great, but I didn't buy it for that. I bought it because I needed a dope sampler. And the reason why I bought this was because I needed a dope sampler drum machine. And that's why I have this in my arsenal of things to use. If I was just getting in, I would go ahead and get this. And if you want to get complete also, then get complete also. You can connect this to your computer also. I don't ever do that, but you can do that and have a greater experience with it. But I love this, and I think it's a good price and a good value. I just rather hardware. I would rather have the thing where I can just use it and have the best experience possible. And since I've been using the Maschine Plus, I've been having the greatest experience with this unit. I love using it. I've created a way of working with it. And now in time, I'll show you how I work with this the same way I do with the VerseLab. But I like drum machines. I like samplers. And the reason why I got a dope drum machine sampler, is to put samples on it and to use the drum machine to sequence everything. So I'm amazed with the sequencer. I love the sampling. I love the sound of the thing. Everything about this is fabulous. If I was telling somebody to buy something, I would say, go ahead and get the Maschine Plus. If you're on the fence about the two, go ahead and get the Plus. Because this is another thing. Let's say you were on the fence. Look at me. I got them both. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like me, because that's another video I have. I'm developing gas. You understand? You see that? I have them both. But if I could go back and get one, I would get this one, and this one wouldn't even be here. But that's not how it worked. I have them both. All right? So that's my video. Thank you for watching. You guys have a good one. Bye.
It's Paige. It's Paige.